Hey guys, welcome back to the Faces That Make Us. My name is Emmett and I'm here with Travis. He's one of our design engineers.
Well, hello everyone.
So Travis, how long have you been working at Gamber-Johnson?
So I started as an intern in 2014, and then I took full-time position with Gamber in 2015. So should be coming up on almost 8 years now.
What cell are you a part of?
Currently, I am part of the Premier cell, which is one of our new product acquisitions. I spent time originally with the VIP cell. Then I moved into the CD cell for quite a few years, and yeah, like I said, now I'm with the Premier cell.
How did you find out about Gamber-Johnson?
So I had a friend back in the day whose mother actually knew Brian Wigner.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so that was coming out of some of the recession times there in 2014. Yeah, 2013, 2014. So just a verbal connection, and that was about the time that Gamber decided they were ready to start up their internship program. So I believe I was their first intern after that period of recession time.
So Travis, how has working for Gamber-Johnson impacted your life?
That's a long question,
yeah.
or a long answer. Well, I mean, work aside, like the actual work we do, just the personal relationship with work, they've been super flexible. So I started working in Point. I was living in Marshfield, and then just through my time with Gamber, I've been afforded the opportunity to travel quite a bit, and then moved down to Madison. So now I work out of the Madison office. So just having that flexibility to kind of change what I'm doing in my life and have work facilitate that. That's been a pretty unique situation, I think.
So Travis, what do you like about working in the Madison office?
So I love Madison. So I actually worked in the Stevens Point headquarters for a while. Moved down to Madison. Love working out of the Madison office. It's a smaller facility, so we have 7 or 8 people right now. We could have fit up to like 20 or so. It's nice. It's very relaxed. We have a nice open space here. Just a nice facility for being a small building. Works great. But also not just Madison, but the whole company. We don't have super specific time requirements. So like if I have an appointment at 8 and I don't get in until 9 o'clock, no big deal. If I need to work from home for a day, not a problem. That's pretty easy. So I really like the ability of the kind of come and go, the relaxed feel. You get your work done, you can kind of work whenever you want. There's some expectations with the Q-Rock side, but really like being able to come in here whenever I need to. Love the people here. Like I said, we do trivia on Tuesdays, so we got a fun group here. It's a good time.
What do you like about working at Gamber-Johnson?
Well, this is also a very long question. So, being that I started in 2014 as an intern, 2015, the company has gone through a lot of changes since then. So one of the things I've really liked with working at Gamber is I've been very involved with a lot of those changes. So I've been able to be a key piece of that growth, from 7-8 years ago. Where we currently sit, we're kind of in that small to medium type company, but we still very much feel like a small company, meaning I'm a design engineer, but I get to do a lot of things that aren't just engineering related. So I get to do a lot of budgeting, finance stuff, talking directly with customers, traveling, project management, a lot of things that aren't engineering. So just the growth opportunity with being able to do those different roles. And then most importantly, I think, is just the freedom. So, we're treated as the experts in the material that needs to get done. So we're given the authority to make decisions. So as an employee, I have a voice. I can make decisions. What do I think is the best way to do something or the best solution? And then I get to do it, implement it. So that's cool, especially for myself. I'm a very creative mind, I like to think. So I enjoy the freedom to do that.
What metrics would you use to measure success in your role?
Okay, so being a design engineer, we have to do a lot of projects. We're designing products, we're testing products. So there's obviously a ton of company metrics that we use, pricing and revenue, all of that's good. But personally, I'm a problem solver. So a lot of the metrics I use is, am I able to actually solve a problem? So that could be a customer, just why we're making a product. It could be situations in the company, in the office, team members, trying to get new team members onboarded, and just getting those items done so those people can then do their job, or fulfilling the needs that the customer wants. That's how I measure my success. It's a little hard to measure, maybe. It's not a super quantifiable thing, but you get a pretty good gut feel on if what you're doing is working, if it's improving other people's lives. And that's probably the most important thing for me.
What research is put into making a product?
Okay, so we do have a couple different types of products we make, right? So we have the different cells, so we have the cradles and dock cell, we have Premiere, which is audio-visual, but we have, off-the-shelf products, and we have custom products. So it really depends on what type of project we're working on. So there's a lot of things we may consider. Obviously, why we're doing this is to solve something. So a customer needs something that doesn't exist, or they need an improvement on a product. So typically, we're doing a lot of talking to customers, asking customers questions. We want direct customer feedback. But we're also trying to look at it from a bigger picture. So if there's this one customer that needs something, does that same scenario apply to many other customers in the market? Or potentially we see this as just a general solution gap. So we can look at different economic metrics. We can talk to some of our partners, maybe they've heard information. Really looking at everything. Sometimes it's a 1-year process, we're looking at a short-term project. Sometimes we're looking at a 5 to 10-year project. So you got to look at different items depending on what type of product it is. It's amazing. Things are different than they were 7 years ago. I get a lot of information now from Twitter. We get notifications that a new stadium is going, or a stadium like Denver Broncos Stadium is going under renovations and getting new TVs and stuff put in. That's our research. Well, now we have something we can go after as far as trying to get our projects in there. So it kind of comes from everywhere.
Does Gamber-Johnson use any processes that make them unique?
Yeah, so a common theme so far in a lot of these questions is the freedom and authority that we're given as a cell. So that whole process is fairly unique. We're starting to see more and more companies adopt that kind of philosophy. But it's a process that gives the voice and the decision making to the group of people that are essentially the experts on that item. The people that are actually doing the work, the engineers, the project manager, the buyers. We're able to make those decisions. We have that authority based on our time around that project. That's pretty unique for a lot of companies. Really allows us to move very fast. We're not waiting on management approval on smaller items. Obviously, there's still large items we have to get approval on. But just the process of being able to go through, define what product we want, go through prototyping, go through testing, go into the get the product to market, kind of all on our own, as fast as we really need to with the features that we think are important. I think that's probably the most unique thing.
Well, Travis, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, you're welcome. It's been a pleasure talking about it. If anybody's got any questions or insights, I'm available. LinkedIn, Twitter, whatever it is. You can ask me any question you want.
That was a nice plug. We'll see you next time, guys.
Thank you, everyone.